They're on.
We're on?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Dylan and Reid.
Yep, that's us.
From Just Dudes Being Guys. What's going on?
Not much. Just living the college dream, you know? Trying to get that debt.
What are you guys majoring in?
I'm majoring in political science and with a minor in sociology. So fun stuff.
It's fun stuff. Who is that? Is that Dylan? Dylan or Reid?
Yeah. Dylan.
Dylan. What's Reid going for?
This is Reid, and I'm majoring in criminal justice, specializing in homeland security.
Wow. Serious stuff. Not like me, who dropped out.
Did you get like 0 credits?
0.0.
0.0, yeah.
But then I did go later to a community college and got a few. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Any amount of credit, I guess they're good.
Slim, did you go?
Yeah.
Was it?
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't go at all. I tried. I think I signed up and then was like, nah, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Cut out for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. The world needs ditch diggers too, or something.
Yeah.
But you guys' podcast is really good. Just Dudes Being Guys. I dig it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
No problem. I love like some of the stories where you're just like not naming people but calling them friend one, friend two. Like I love
awesome.
that. Who is the friend?
We see them every day, multiple times. So like, and some of them actually listen. So like, we don't want to have too big of a target on our back.
Yeah. Who is the friend that sweated all over your couch and just soaked it? Like that was gnarly.
So much sweat. Like she woke up and she said, "I don't know if I peed or not."
Oh, jeez, just so much sweat. I didn't know it was a girl either. That's even worse.
Yeah, our roommate Spencer, he was riding in the car back with her, and apparently, like, on the ride back from that party, she just, like, kept grabbing his leg and just yelling, "Gee!" And all that, because one of our friends, that's what she goes by and all that, and she was in the car, but she just kept, like, grabbing Spencer's leg and just yelling that out. Like every time, they have like every other minute apparently, and they just kept going. Yeah, she's right here in the car, but it didn't get through apparently.
What is the craziest thing you guys have seen go down at college?
I mean, I've seen some scissoring happen in a hallway before.
Wow, that's poodle balling. They call that on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I mean, it was just straight up, just against the wall on trash can, you know?
Wow. We got to get one of our interns into college.
Whatever gets you off, I guess you got to go for it.
Right? When in Rome.
I'm not sure. It was, I don't know, just in a general sense, just college parties.
Yeah.
And just drunk people being drunk people.
Yeah. Yes, that's always silly. That's always a silly time.
And always the best part is always like the morning after. You can always like, "Hey, so would you like to hear a fun story starring yourself?" And then the response is every single time, "Oh my God, what happened?"
I remember when I only went for a year, but it was memorable. I remember me and my buddies back then would smoke, and one of our mutual friends decided to shroom that night. He wanted a shroom, and we had some tobacco that came with a bong we bought. So I'm like, let's roll this up, let's smoke with him, and then we'll make it seem like it was like laced, like because it tasted funny. So it's snowing out. We're walking with this guy. His name is Heath. And we were like, yeah, spark that up. So we're smoking this stupid joint that's just tobacco. And we're passing back and forth. I'm like, this shit is good, right? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, but it tastes a little funny. And he goes, do you think it's lace? And I said, yeah, if we're lucky, that would be a bonus. And dude, he started bugging out. He was throwing up in the snow and ended up calling his mom And he screamed at her. He's like, "Mom, your voice is bugging me out. I can't talk to you." So she put his dad on. His dad ended up driving to the college and staying with him the entire night. He slept with him to make sure his son was okay.
And it was just tobacco.
But shrooms, the shrooms.
Oh, well, yeah.
But then, like, I guess while he was on the phone with his mom, he just, like, found another one of our friends and handed him the phone. And he's like, "I can't talk to this fucking mom of mine. She's bugging me out." So while our other friend, Jim, was on the phone with his mom, she starts screaming at him, like, "Did you sell my son mushrooms, you piece of shit?" Like, it was gnarly. It was gnarly.
Like, you can definitely tell at parties, around here at least, of who the freshmen are, because you give them any drop of alcohol and they instantly be that instantly drunk to look cool things, like, "Oh man, this jungle juice is so good. I'm so lit right now." It's like, dude, you had like 2 sips. Calm down.
I'm so wasted, bro.
Seniors, but like, just calm down.
Yeah. Which one are you?
This is some weak ass shit, dude. You need to. If you're gonna make it, do it right.
It's like, I woke up with a handle of Jack this morning. You woke up with like just a toothbrush in your hand. Like, come on, get real here.
Yeah. Which one of you guys had a canker sore? Because I love that story. I don't know why that story just tickled me.
That was Dylan.
Okay.
Sorry.
What do you guys had a canker sore? And last week on the show, I had a pimple in my nose, and it just made me think of that, how annoying the stupid pimple in my nose was. Like, I wanted to talk about it so bad.
I mean, Reid and I are close enough in friendship that we'll just randomly just walk into his room because we live in the same apartment.
Okay.
And he'd be like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah, I did this today," or like, I was like, "Oh, I took a massive shit today. It was great."
Yeah.
Like, we have that type of relationship.
And every time I just have to go, "Dylan, there's something to, like, even though we're best friends, I don't need updates on." That's really wonderful.
And I had this canker sore inside my mouth, and it just was really bothering me.
They
so I had to get it out.
Yeah, I loved it. I did. That's just the beginning of that show. It made me laugh.
Serious, I'm like, "Hey, I got a canker sore. I'm sorry."
It's so annoying. It is. They're one of the worst things. One of the worst.
I just thought of this. So, like, some of the crazy things that happened. We were at a bar in downtown Tampa, and these people were arguing, and like the girl was doing the typical, like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Fight me, bitch?" This one guy, like, her arms out and everything like that, stereotypical.
Yeah.
And the guy's like in his face, like, "No, I will fuck you up if we have to fight." And then one thing leads to another. Someone starts pushing, and then someone actually threw a bottle like at someone, missed everyone, and almost hit a bartender that was walking behind the bar. And then later the guy, like, he left, and then the guy followed him, and he told his bouncer, he's like, "Yeah, I just went over there and just beat the shit out of like 3 of the guys and stuff." I was like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah. God bless you. Oh man. And which one of you guys who saw that movie? I was telling Slim before the show, just the premise of that movie.
Dylan, all I see is you.
Yes.
It was the most like, I've seen fucked up movies.
Yeah.
But like nothing like this.
Oh
like,
my God.
If I wanted to watch porn, I'd go on Pornhub and watch for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And get food. This movie had like 5 or 6 scenes in it, just full on fucking.
You said the opening scene was just hardcore fucking.
The opening scene was like very trippy, like Star Trek music. It's like orchestra shit, and then they're just going at it. They're just going at it, like tits, ass, everything.
And she was blind, and he didn't want her to see, so he was switching her medicine with like spring water. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like they got an operation. Like, she got an operation. Her eye, like, her sight came back. But
okay.
He was like, "I don't think you love me the way that you used to." So he's like switched her eye drops to like water from her steroids, so she went blind again. And like, just that was like the turn. That was like the switch between scenes with like, let's just have sex because we don't know how to switch from one scene to another.
We can't segue. Let's just show some sex.
There's no clean segue. It's all just, well, we're in the scene and I'm visiting the spot where I became blind at, and then it switches to them having sex on a train. It's like, okay, where the hell did that come from?
Amateurs use filler wipes to transition. These people are true professionals by using just sex scenes.
If you want to watch a really shitty movie for like $5 at 10:30 at night, go for it, because it is up there for movies that will just be like, I don't know what I just saw.
I think it was Reid who said, "What did 3 60-year-old men write this?" That line had me just dying and had me rolling when whoever it was said that. And then you said that there's like a song in it too, right? She sings a song about.
Oh yeah. She sings a song about like, it's like, I like to double dutch, I like to swim, it makes me happy, it makes me grim, and then like it goes into this whole elaborate like song of like, she's like, I don't love you no more, I like this new guy who I had an affair with who just got me pregnant. And then the husband's sitting in the crowd, and he's like, fuck this, and goes and drives headfirst into traffic.
Yes! Yes!
You what?
At the end of the movie, he couldn't take it, so he just drove it. He got his car and just drove headfirst into traffic, like on the highway. He just killed himself.
The scene directly before the concert is like they're like she's still with her husband, and like they're unpacking this house they just bought, and it's super nice, and it goes to the concert. It starts off super nice, and then he just kills himself.
Wow.
I can't take this shit. I just gotta kill myself. Wow.
Like, I'm done.
Oh man, that's rough. And is it you, Dylan, too, who hangs out with politicians?
Yeah, like that was the best reason why this weekend was awesome, because I went and hung out with politicians and like was super prim and proper while Reed's getting trashed and having house parties. That's why we're just like, holy shit, this weekend's gonna be good somehow.
Who's the craziest politician you've ever hung out with? Like, who's the biggest party animal?
I don't know about party animal, but when I lived in Illinois, I met Rob Blagojevich, and you know how that turned up.
Hopefully better than Papadopoulos. Is that the guy's name?
Hopefully.
Oh man, and you guys, you have it all. You have Russian ties. You do. I enjoy that. I enjoy your guys' show.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Oh man, but yeah, that's I can't. We got it. I was thinking too. We got to get one of our guys on the show here into politics. Like maybe you, Slim.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
From the sounds of these parties, like you would enjoy it.
Well, we had a former politician. We had the Lamborghini. He was running for president.
Our old intern, yeah, he debated during the last presidential election. He debated Vermin Supreme and a couple other people.
We got actual people who were running for president that he debated, but like the people you never heard of, like one guy was like part of the Prohibition party.
Yeah, dude, they were just all independents. All independents.
One guy was a homeless dude.
Yeah.
Vermin Supreme was the prime candidate. I'm surprised he didn't win the election.
I wanted to vote for him.
A pony for everyone? I mean, how do you not get on board with that?
A pony, dude. Zombie power.
One thing I don't understand is, you know, Gary Johnson, you know?
Yeah.
Why wasn't his slogan, I'm going to, like, give you the Johnson or something like that? Or, like, feeling the Johnson? Like, come on. You had it right there for you.
Yes. Oh man, Vermin was great. He was amazing.
And wasn't he also the only one that had a plan for when the zombie apocalypse happens or something like that?
Yeah. It was like turbine. Use them to power turbines.
Yeah.
So good.
He cares about the real issues.
Shit about taxes. I need to know if I need to defend myself from zombies.
I was gonna ask you guys, do you think the college crowd would dig us? Like, dig our show. We're older gents.
I mean, I listen to you guys, and like, I thoroughly enjoy it. How you guys run it and have all the sorts of different people. Like the guy earlier about the bird enthusiast. I fucking love that.
That was awesome.
I love that too. That was so good.
What makes bird of the week? Like, how can you come up with that shit?
That was amazing.
Like,
I didn't know.
That's like the best thing, because like you'll have like somebody like us
Yeah.
who just shoots the shit. Then you'll have somebody that like is super serious, and then you got the bird person.
Cool.
I love it.
That's what I didn't know. I didn't know, like, if the college crowd was still, like, you know, we had a buddy years ago. His name is Matt, and he went to college, and he said that he would laugh at things, and, like, that would be something that we would laugh at, and, like, other kids in class, like, would just look at him like, why are you laughing at that? That's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
So I didn't know if, like, the college sense of humor was still there.
Yeah, I mean, it's still there, but I think it's kind of like, I feel like it's a little more,
It's a lot more soft.
and it's a lot more, sometimes it's a lot more morbid. And like either it's like really soft or like it's like extremely dark and like borderline like morbid
Wow.
that no one should have that sense of humor. There's not really there's very few people in between.
Well, we got a skit called Too Many Rapes. I think that would go over really good at colleges worldwide. It's about prison rape.
Yeah. A good podcast that I follow up on is it's like the NSFW history podcast, and like the shit that they talk about is stuff that every college kid talks about behind closed doors. Like it's like when is like the history of like toilet paper, which turns into fucking, which turns into shitting, which then turns into like why are drunk shit horrible? Like every college kid has that internal question with themselves, like why do I get so drunk and then have to deal with the morning after shit?
The beer
like,
shits.
That's the problem. That follows that stuff throughout history, and it's great.
That's cool. That's cool. What's one of the coolest things that you've learned from that show?
The guy that made Kellogg's like Frosted Flakes or whatever, Corn Flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a very devout person of not having sex.
Ooh.
Or being like he was like with his wife for like 60 years or something like that, and never once like slept or touched her intimately.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then he made cornflakes.
That would make sense. Cornflakes are the worst. They're the plainest, crappiest cereal ever.
He's like, this is the worst. I'm gonna make the worst fucking cereal possible.
This is the cereal equivalent of no sex. This is
His life perfectly, man.
I'm going to make this cereal, and damn it, it's going to be my legacy, because I want my legacy to be accurate.
Then the guy that did Frosted Flakes, he was a fucking freak. You know that guy was doing some kinky shit. Because those are good. Oh, man. What do you guys got coming up for the next show?
We kind of have to see how the week goes.
How the week?
Usually, it depends on like what happens in that week. Because we usually record Sunday night, so that gives us Friday and Saturday to go venture out into the world, see what messed up things we can see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this weekend's homecoming, so that should be interesting.
What is that? Is that just like a dance?
Well, we also call it like alumni weekend, so like a bunch of alumni come visit the school
And just get plastered.
walk around.
Oh, like the older, like the 40-year-old guy.
Yeah. And then like sophomore year, I talked to some guys, and they gave me some wild stories about how a fraternity got kicked off campus because they like threw kids into like dumpsters and shit.
I think our intern is doing that right now. He just went outside with a cigarette. He doesn't handle life well. That's the only way he can cope, is just tossing a kid into a dumpster.
I had a shitty day in class. Fuck you, kid.
Guys, I'm curious. So, is there a lot of political correctness on college campuses nowadays?
Yeah, I would say so. But here, I mean, at least for the classes that we take, our teachers are just like, yeah, we don't care.
Okay.
We just want you to take the class and get out.
Cool.
Yeah, like it's not like people are like trying to actively like make it that way. So like for a lot of my crim classes, we kind of just tell it as it is because we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like if some like Islamic person does something, everyone will like mention that an Islamic person did something. But other like Gen Ed classes,
They try to stay out of it as much as possible.
yeah,
They try to just teach whatever the subject is, and then just it's like a factory line, just get you in, get you out.
Yeah.
Right.
it's not like that active of a thing. I mean, some people might like say, "Oh, you can't say it, like that's rude or that's mean," but for the most part, it's not really that big a deal here, which is pretty great.
Then
That's
again,
cool.
we are only like 2,500 students, so we don't have to worry about too big of an like organization or club to pester us.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are in Florida. Are you both originally from Florida?
No, I'm from Illinois, and
I'm from North Carolina.
Okay. Cool. Is it how did you guys end up there? Just that it's a good school or
the day after I graduated high school, me and my family moved down here.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause like my brother was already down here, and my parents just like, well, there's nothing left for us here in this town, so let's just go to Florida.
Your brother was all that matters. Let's go. We're going there.
I mean, he is referred to as the golden child.
So it was more like, we're going to go live with your brother. You can stay here if you want. We don't really give a fuck.
we love your brother. We're going there.
He's like, here's $20, spend for yourself.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I wound up down here just because I didn't want to go to school in state since I've been there most of my life.
Okay.
And a lot of kids from my high school wind up going to like NC State or a local school anyway.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to force myself to have to make friends, even though I'm not that type of person that goes out and makes friends.
Okay.
And so, even though I like cold weather and I prefer it that way, I wound up in Florida because that's the smart and obvious choice to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I could deal with the weather. One of my friends went down there to Full Sail, which is like an art school, and he rented a house that had no air conditioning. I'm like, dude, how did he lived there for like a few years?
Wow.
Yeah, and he didn't mind it. He's like, I kind of liked it. I was like, what?
And my parents don't run AC, like, until like December or January, my parents don't run AC at all in their house because it's just like, we'll just turn on some fans and let the breeze come in.
Yeah, my parents are like that. If it's a certain month, if it's May.
And then I turn the AC on to like 80 or 75 just to make it kind of comfortable. My mom's like, you're wasting money.
Yeah. You can't use the
I was
AC.
sweating my ass off in here just watching Sports Center. Like, come on.
Just sitting. I'm sitting and I'm sweating. It's not good. Not good.
Yeah, it's kind of. I always tell people back home that like it's nice to study here, but I generally don't want to live here because like it's green all the time,
Yeah.
and like even
50 shades of green.
and that's a good way to put it. And like in the winter, even like when it's actually like respectably cold, like sometimes it gets God forbid in the upper 40s.
Wow.
Like it's still green. Like it'll be sunny, blue skies, green shit everywhere. Like nothing changes. So,
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. I like death. I like everything dying.
yeah, like I like seeing things change. But one of the best things is actually watching the northern kids come down. And so then like during the wintertime when like because we get a lot of breezes from the Gulf and stuff.
Yeah.
So it can be kind of breezy, but it's still only like 70, 68 degrees, but the wind makes it colder. And like all the northern kids are like bundled up just like the Florida kids. And like, oh my God, I didn't realize Florida got cold. And I'm like, no, it's nice.
It's not
This
cold.
is like early fall weather. Come on.
Wow. Crazy. Guys, it's been great talking to you guys. Where can everybody find you?
You guys can find us on Facebook and Twitter at JDBG Podcast. And that's the same for all of our social media. So then obviously we're on SoundCloud and iTunes with our podcast. But I mean, that's really about it. I mean, and our website, justdudesbeingguys.weebly.com.
Cool.
Other than that, reach out to us whenever you want. Send us your questions and stories.
Yeah, and I guess if you want to reach me, Reid, then just add me on Snapchat. The _red41, so THE_RED41.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. Have a good one.
Thank you too.
Take care, guys.
Later. We'll be back with Ryan Barassa.
All right.